This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Friday, August 13th, 2021. The title of this rant, Why Joe and His Team Get an A+ for the first 7 months. Now, many people may not think so, but, if you compare what Joe has done in the first 7 months compared to what FDR did with his New Deal back in 1933, or what Lyndon Johnson did with his Great Society in 1964 and 1965, it really, really does rank up there quite a bit. And remember, in both of those cases, FDR and LBJ had majorities in both the House and the Senate. And that's not the case that Joe has right now. They're running 50-50, so Kamala has got to be the one to take that vote, and it's a 5-vote margin, I believe, in the House. So to get all this together has been a tremendous, tremendous accomplishment, and it's a reflection of not only Joe's team, but that those of the House and the Senate with Nancy and Chuck. And Joe has put together an incredibly competent team, and this is what can be accomplished when you have competency running around at the top. Because look at what they've been able to do in the 7 months. The $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, which included that stimulus, that was back in March. The most recently $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure plan, which and also the $3.5 trillion a reconciliation one, which isn't complete, but they voted on it that it's at that amount. I don't know if it's going to stay at 3.5 trillion, but that's still an incredible accomplishment. Add to that over close to 150 million vaccines at this point in time since Joe came in. And Joe has also been able to appoint quite a few judges. Now, can he do more? Yes, he can. Do people want him to do more? Yes, they do. But he's done a whole lot, and he's done it with a competent staff on his own part and competence at the top of the House and Senate in Congress. But if we read a lot of the mainstream media, we always talk about Joe's taking too long. He's struggling. He can't make up his mind. There's discord with the Democrats. They don't like each other. They're threatening each other, et cetera, et cetera. And, all I could say is Joe has seen this before. He knows what's going on. This is part of the process. You have to play the process out. So like I said, he may not get that 3.5 trillion on the reconciliation bill. Maybe it'd be less, maybe 2.7. Hopefully it's not any less than that. But what I see, Joe and his team, and I mean Chuck, and I mean Nancy, and I mean the staff that Joe has put together, and of course the staff that Chuck and Nancy have put together, they're in the weeds. They understand the policy aspects. They understand the political aspects of it. They know how to protect their people in their both chambers. They're thinking long term because they know that as the process plays itself out, that facilitates compromise. And of course, in the compromise, everybody wins and nobody wins, so to speak. But right now, look what that has done, and look what Joe has accomplished in these first 7 months. And of course, the mainstream media has not been giving any of that type of credit to Joe. It's always, there's a stumbling block ahead. There's this and there's that. And the last two things I want to say is it needs to continue. And the two things on that is because of what we've seen in the summer heat, I hope that more and more people are firmly convinced that global climate change is real, and Joe's push towards renewables and towards a Green New Deal really has to come more into fruition as we see this heat waves that we're having throughout the summer. And of course, in the fall, we do still need to finish that $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill. That has to go through. We'll see it play out. We still need action on immigration. We still need action on firearm safety. We still need action, especially on voting rights, especially on gerrymandering, etc. He may not win all of those, but I wouldn't bet against him right now. He's putting together quite a coalition on voting rights right now. I would, again, not vote against that at all. Joe's team is so much further to the left than what they thought they were in the the campaign cycle. They are much further to the left. Everyone thought that they would never go this far to the left. And I've been in recovery circles a long time. One of the first things I learned about was, you stick with the winners, and you need to stick with Joe because they have a winning policy and winning politics on this. We need to let it play out, and we need to stay focused on our goals.